A great day to one and all. Welcome to the March 2024 Licensure Examination for Teachers or Let Review for Mathematics Majors. I am Mr. Kim J.C. Ensho and I will be your discussant for tonight. And we will be discussing 24 items based on the examination that was given to you in quizzes. And apart from that, we will also discuss a few items that are not part there. Okay, so sit back, relax, enjoy. And I hope that we will learn something out of tonight's discussion. So before that, let us pray. Let us all be reminded that we are in the most holy presence of God. Lord God, Heavenly King, Father and Lord, we praise, worship, adore, glorify, and love you. Thank you for this opportunity you have given us to gather in this virtual meeting. We are hoping and praying that you will bless each one of us, keep us all safe night and day. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay, good evening po sa ating lahat and welcome to this beautiful Sunday evening. All right, so I hope that our copies are ready. And as I flash out the screen, no, as I flash the questions, I hope that you could still recall your answers. Feel free to write or indicate your answers po sa ating chat and we will discuss the answers as well. Okay, are we ready? So the directions, shade the letter of the correct answer. If the correct answer is not found among the choices, you should shade letter E for our case. So I hope that you are ready and let's do this. Let's have item number 1. The whole is greater than its part is not always true if we talk about blank sets. Is it A, infinite sets, B, finite sets, C, disjoint sets, or D, joint sets? Okay. What is your answer for item number 1 po? Okay, letter B daw. Ang sabi ng classmate ninyo. B, okay. So I could see that many of you, to those who answered, your answer is letter B. The whole is greater than its part is not always true if tama nga ba ang finite sets? May sumagot ng infinite sets. And the correct answer is, tandaan po natin that some infinities are bigger than other infinities. So this concept is the whole is greater than its part is not always true if we talk about infinite sets. So that's actually letter A. Bakit hindi? Sa ating set theory po, for example, the set of natural numbers is a subset of your rational numbers. So baka sabihin yung, so mas marami ang rational numbers compared sa natural numbers, but it's not eh. We could actually prove, that even though the set of natural numbers is just a proper subset of your set of rational numbers, we can actually show na they are actually equinumerous. So that's why this concept is not always true if we talk about infinite sets. And note that some infinities are bigger than other infinities. So if you answered letter A, congratulations. But if not, it's okay, no? What's important is that we are trying our best. Number 2, consider the set of natural numbers and the open interval 0, 1. So when we say open interval 0, 1, it is the set of all numbers between 0 and 1, which has a larger cardinality. So when we say cardinality, it refers to the number of elements a particular set has. So saan ang mas marami? A, the set of natural numbers. B, all the numbers between 0 and 1. C, they have the same cardinality. Or D, is it unknown? Okay, sabi ng classmate niyo, mas marami daw ang natural numbers. Okay? May sumagot naman ng letter C Same lang daw yung kanilang cardinality. So far, you or your classmates have answered either A or letter C. May nakakuha kayo ng tamang sagot sa inyo. So baka sabihin nyo, oy, di ba yung lahat ng real numbers between 0 and 1, parang ang liit lang nun ah. Tapos sabihin nyo, uy, ang natural numbers infinite yan. Take note ha, the set of natural numbers is infinite. For letter B, the set of all real numbers between 0 and 1 is also another infinite set, di ba? Ang tanong, saan yung mas marami, no, quote unquote, which infinity has a larger cardinality than the other? Or sa palagay nyo, equal lang kaya yung kanilang cardinality? And believe it or not, the correct answer is yung cardinality ng set of natural numbers is represented by aleph null, no? It's the aleph null is the smallest cardinality of a certain infinite set. Whereas, believe it or not, the set of all numbers between 0 and 1 is actually represented by aleph 1. This is the aleph null or aleph 0. The same lang po yan. Ito po aleph 1. And take note po ha, that aleph 1 has a greater cardinality than aleph null. So that's why it sounds counterintuitive, but believe it or not, mas marami po ang real numbers between 0 and 1 kaysa the set of natural numbers. That's why, to those who commented, I'm sorry to say this, but the correct answer po is letter B. Mas marami po ang set of real numbers between 0 and 1 kaysa the set of natural numbers. So that's why, no? Minsan nagkakaloko-loko na kapag infinite set po yung ating pinag-uusapan. But in reality, no, this is actually in set theory. Number 3, considers A and B as subsets of U. Which of the following is the same as A union B quantity prime? This is complement, no? Which of the following is the same as the complement of A union B? Is it A prime intersection B prime, B, A prime union B prime, C, A prime minus B prime, or D, A prime union B? Saan po dito yung tamang sagot? Okay, may sumagot ng letter D. May sumagot po ng letter A. Okay, and the correct answer po is letter A po. In fact, no, this is one of your De Morgan's laws, no, or your De Morgan's theorem. You could actually verify this, no, by having actual sets. That is, the complement of the intersection is equal to the union of the complements. So yung nangyari po, parang dinistribute mo yung complement, tapos nagkabaliktad. Ang union magiging intersection, ang intersection po ay magiging union. That's why notice po, ito pong intersection, naging union dito. Samantala dito po, kapag kunin mo naman po yung complement ng union, so you take the complement of each set and the union becomes intersection. That's why po, it's actually letter A. This is your De Morgan's law. Thank you. Another one. Laban lang po. Number 4. If U, it's your universal set, is a set containing 1, 2, 3 all the way until 10, and A is a set containing 1, 2, 3, 7, and B is a set containing 3, 7, and 9, what is A prime union B prime? Is it letter A, B, C, or G? Take a look po. At number 4. Okay? May nagsumagot po ng letter C. How about the rest? Huwag po kayong mahiya ha, don't worry po. Okay, may sumagot po ng letter C. Tingnan po natin. So actually dito po, ginamit ko po yung De Morgan's theorem, no? Sabi dito, A prime union B prime is actually equal to A intersection B quantity prime. So yung ginawa ko po is, ito po yung A at saka B, no? Di ba? This is intersection po, di ba? Yung baliktad na U. That's intersection. And when we say intersection, it is the set of all elements na common sa kanila. O, tingnan nyo po. Ano pong elements yung common sa A at saka sa B? Common sa kanila ang 3 at saka 7. Thank you po, Ma'am Gemma. That's why A intersection B is 3, 7. And now we will take the complement of this set. So when we say complement ng A, nito, lahat ng elements sa universal set except sa 3 at saka sa 7. And that is 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. So if your answer po is letter C, congratulations, tama po kayo. Letter C. Good job, everyone. Number 5. Suppose A is a set containing 2, 4, 10. We could say that 1 is blank of A. Okay, paano po itong basahin? This is read as element. 2 po is not an element. 3 is subset. Saan dito yung tama? Is it A, 1 only, B, 2 only, C, 1 and 3, or D, 2 and 3? Okay, sabi ni Ma'am Gemma, ni Sir Norbian, ni Ma'am Thea, ni Ma'am Jessa, ni Ma'am Jackie Lou, letter B daw. 2 only, not an element. And if you answered not an element, you are actually correct. Bakit? Bakit hindi po siya, this is read as, 1 is read as element. Ito po, not an element. Bakit? Because you could see that 1 is not part of set A. So 1 is not an element of set A. That's why letter B. 3 po, 1 is not a subset because in the first place, 1 is not part of your set A. That's why letter B po, not an element. Good job, everyone. Padayon lang po. Number 6. In set theory, what do you call the set of all x in set A which are not in set B? Is it A minus B, B minus A, C, A prime, or D, A intersection B? Okay, letter A daw, ang sabi ni Ma'am Jackie Lou. Same din, sabi ni Ma'am Thea, ni Sir Norbien. And if you answered also, no, sabi ni Ma'am Jessa, ganun din po. And if you answered this, you are actually correct. So when we say set complement, no, or difference, denoted by A minus B, no, in many references, in some references, it's referred, the complement of a set B with respect to set A in symbols A minus B is a set of all X in A which are not in B. Letter A po. That's why minsan po, no, kapag nag-awat po kayo ng jowa mo o let's say pinagpalit ka niya sa iba, may hugot po dyan. Sabihin niyang, ano bang meron siya na wala ako? Yan yun. Ganon yun. Parang ganon. Anong meron, if you have A minus B, anong meron si A na wala si B? Sana all. Letter A po ang tamang sagot natin. Nako, napahugot po tayo for today's video. Number 7. Which of the following condition or conditions are necessary for sets A and B to be equal? Okay, paano kung basahin ito yung symbol na to? How do you read the symbol here? This is read as, it starts with letter S. Very good. This is read as subset. 1, A is a subset of B. 2, B is a subset of A. 3, A minus B is non-empty. So saan dito ang conditions para masabi nating subset, para masabi nating A, sets A and B are equal? Okay, letter C daw, sabi ni Ma'am Gemma. Sinabi ni Ma'am Jackie Lou, ganun din daw? Okay, so 1 and 2 daw. And if you answered 1 and 2, let's see. Two sets, say A and B, are actually equal, or in symbols, you have A minus B, if and only if A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A. That is, each of the other two sets is a subset of one another. Halimbawa po, your set A here contains the elements 1, 2, 3. Your set B contains the elements 3 to 1. Take note po ha, if we are talking about finite sets, order does not matter. And you could see, no, that lahat ng elements ni A ay makikita kay set B. Lahat din ng elements ni set B ay makikita sa set A. It follows then that A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A. In that way, masasabi po natin the two sets, A and B, are equal. So the correct answer po is 1 and 2, letter C. I hope na nakuha po natin. And if ever you have questions or clarifications, feel free to chat po sa ating chat group. Thank you. Number 8. Given sets A and B, it was known that A intersection B is a null set. What is true of these two sets? Is it A, they are disjoint, B, they are joint, C, they are equal, or D, they are equivalent? Okay, sabi ni Sir Norbian, letter A daw, they are disjoint. Ganon din po ata ang sagot ng lahat ng mga nag-respond sa ating sa tanong na to, no? So sabi ni Ma'am Jessa, ni Ma'am Jackie Lou, ni Ma'am Gemma, ni Ma'am Thea, letter A din daw, disjoint. And if you answer disjoint, you are actually correct. Kapag sinabi po natin disjoint sets, if two sets do not have any element in common, then they are what we call disjoint sets. And if they don't have an element in common, ibig sabihin po nito that their intersection is what kind of set? What kind of set po yan, yung kanilang intersection? Dahil walang common eh. Very good. Thank you po. It's actually a null set. So take a look po at set A with elements 1, 4, 9 and set B with elements 3, 7, 8. You could see po na wala pong common element sa kanila, and that's why A intersection B is a null set, no? That's why if their intersection is a null set or wala po talaga silang common element, ang tawag po sa kanila ay disjoint sets. Letter A in this case. Kapag meron po silang common element kahit isa lang, joint sets na po sila agad. So when we say joint sets, these are two or more sets that have at least one element in common po. Very good. Thank you po. Number 9. If A is a set containing 1, 2, and 3, and B is the set containing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which of the following is true? A, B is a subset of A. B, B minus A is a null set. C, A is a subset of B. Or D, A minus B is equal to 4, 5. Okay. So tingnan nyo po yung letter A. Again ha, A is a set A has elements 1, 2, 3. B has elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is option A true or false? Check nyo po. Is option A true or false? B is a subset of A. Is this true or is this false? False daw, sabi ni Ma'am Jackie Lou at ni Ma'am Gemma, and I agree. False po si letter A because may mga elements si A, may mga elements si B na wala si A. So mali po ang A, ang option A. How about letter B? B minus A is equal to a null set. Is letter B true or false? B minus A is a null set? False din po. Tama. Kasi kapag sinabi po nating B minus A, anong meron kay B? nawala si A. So here, B minus A, ano po yung elements ni B minus A? It's not a null set, no? So ano po yung elements ni B minus A? Very good. Ito po ay 4, 5. Kasi si set B ay merong 4, 5 at wala ito kay A. Tama po. Good job. How about letter C? Is C true or false? Option C is very good. True po ito. Because lahat ng elements ni A ay makikita po natin sa set B. Hence, letter C is true and D, A minus B is false. Sure po tayo dyan kasi lahat ng elements ni A ay makikita po natin kay set B, di po ba? So therefore, A minus B, if B minus A is 4, 5, A minus B is actually a null set. So the correct answer po is letter C. Okay, good job. I hope na naintindihan po natin. Number 10. The set of all natural numbers between 4 and 5. Which of the following is the answer to this? Is it A? Is it 1? 2, this one? 3, this one? Is it A, 1 and 2, B, 1 and 3, C, 2 and 3, or D, 1, 2 and 3? Saan pong tama sa number 10? Letter A daw, ang sabi ni Ma'am Gemma. May sumagot ng letter D, no? So, sa mga nag-comment po, ang sagot po natin ay A, pero may isa pong sumagot ng D na dog, 1, 2, and 3 daw. So, di ba? Di ba null set po ito? Kasi wala naman po talagang natural number between 4 and 5. Pero yung tanong ko po is, saan dito yung appropriate na manner sa pagsulat ng null set? It is, believe it or not, it is actually 1 and 2 only. Letter A. So that's why po ha, if you are having a null set, it's either you have uh, uh, brackets like this, no? Pero walang sa loob. That's null set. Or you could also have phi, no? Spelled as PHI. Sa iba yung pagbasa na phi, PHI. Pero sa iba, phi. Phi is also understood to be the symbol for a null set. However, it is a big mistake po to put the phi inside the bracket or the braces, I mean. Because the notation for 3 is not actually a null set. This is a set with an element that is phi. That's why letter D po, or ang 3, is actually not a correct way of writing your null set. So tandaan po ha, dalawa lang po yan. It's either phi, your your empty no na braces, or your phi. But don't combine both of them. Okay po? So letter A po. Thank you. 11. Find the cardinality of the set A with elements 38, 43, 48, and so on, all the way until 188. Is it 29? Kapag, by the way, kapag sinabi po natin cardinality, no? When we speak about cardinality of finite sets, this refers to the number of elements of that set. Ang tanong, may ilang elements ang set na to? Is it A, 29, B, 30, C, 31, or D, 32? Okay, may sumagot po. So far, we have 3 people who answered letter C. All right. 31 daw. Okay. So far, to everyone who who commented, okay, letter C daw. Pero may nagsumagot talaga, no? Totropahin po, coach. Nako, sana po. Gusto ko yan. Pero pwede bang pumapag-ibig naman tayo for today's video, no? Sana. Anyway, totropahin daw. Nako. So, take note po tignan niyo po yung nasa loob. Di ba? Nagpa plus 5 ka po. Plus 5, plus 5, plus 5, and so on. What kind of sequence it is po? Is it po? Nagpa-plus 5 ka. Anong uri ng sequence ito sa math natin? If you are adding by the same number all throughout. What kind of sequence is that? Very good. We call this an arithmetic sequence. Thank you po, Sir Norbien, Ma'am Thea, at saka Ma'am Gemma. And I hope, no, that you are familiar with the form, no, with the formula of an arithmetic sequence. That's a sub n equals a sub 1 plus the quantity n minus 1 times d, where a sub n is the nth term, or it could also be the last term. A sub 1 is the first term, n is the number of terms, and d is the common difference. So here, 38 po yung ating a sub 1 kasi siya po yung first term. The sequence is increasing by 5 all throughout. So since the sequence is increasing, it's understood po that the common difference is positive. So here, 5 is the common difference. And also, the last term is 188. We don't know kung ikailan yan. So let's call that your a sub n as 188. And by substitution, you have 188 equals 38 plus the quantity n minus 1 times 5. And subtracting both sides by 38, magiging 150 equals n minus 1 times 5. Hindi ko na po muna minultiply because my goal is to divide both sides by 5 directly. 150 divided by 5 is 30. N minus 1 times 5 divided by 5 is n minus 1. And adding both sides by 1 gives us n equals 31. Hence, indeed, this sequence has 31 terms. If you got 31, congratulations. I hope na nakuha po natin. And again, if you have questions or clarifications, feel free to chat po. Salamat. Number 12. Okay. Zoom. Lines CA and CB are tangent to circle O at points A and B, respectively. If the length of segment CA is equal to 10 cm, how long is segment CB? Is it 30 cm, 5 cm, 10 cm, or 20 cm? Okay, what's your answer po for number 12? CA and CB are tangents to circle O at points A and B respectively. And take note po, it is already assumed, no, dahil tangent siya, C is actually an external point, no? So, okay, marami pong sumagot ng letter C, which is 10 cm. If you answered letter C, you are actually correct. If this is your external point C and this is your tangent CA and CB, CA and CB are what we call tangent segments. So A and B, no, are what we call points of tangency po. When we say point of tangency, it is a point where the tangent touches the circle at exactly one point. So if you have one external point, it is actually a theorem that you can draw two tangent segments to a certain circle. And take note din po natin ha, dagdag kaalaman lang po. A tangent and a radius, ito po, this tangent and the radius are always perpendicular with respect to their point of tangency. Kung saan po sila nag-intersect, perpendicular po palagi ang radius at isang tangent. And take note din po, no, meron po tayong tinatawag na two-tangent theorem. That is, if we draw two lines from the same point which lies outside the circle, such that both lines are tangent to the circle, then these two tangent segments are of the same length. Hence, CA and CB are both equal to 10 cm. So congratulations po sa lahat ng sumagot ng letter C. You got it right. Okay. Number 13. What is the perimeter in units of the bigger triangle if the ratio of the corresponding sides of two similar triangles is 2:3? And the perimeter of the smaller triangle is 128 units. Is it 182, 192, 215, or 512? Okay, we have people who commented letter B. And it so happened that to everyone who commented, yung sagot po natin ay B. Be happy kaya or be sad? Let's see. So, tandaan po natin, no? We don't know yet the perimeter of the larger or the bigger triangle. Let's call it X po muna ngayon. Okay? So with that, tandaan din po natin ha, it's actually a theorem. If you have two similar triangles, then the ratio of their perimeters is equal to the ratio of their corresponding sides. Okay? With that, ito, di ba? So 2:3 equals perimeter ng smaller to the perimeter of the larger. And again, no, by ratio and proportion, by proportionality, the product of the extreme, di ba, in a proportion, the product of the extremes is equal to the product of the means. That's why 2 times x is 2x. 3 times 128 is 384. And that's why you have this equation. And dividing both sides by 2, you get x equals 192. So letter B ang tamang sagot. All right. I hope na nakuha natin. But again, kung merong tanong, huwag po kayong mahiyang magtanong. Okay? 14. In the figure, take a look in the figure po. CE is a perpendicular bisector of chord AB. If AB is 24 and the radius of the circle is 13, how far in units is the chord from the center? Is it A, 4, B, 5, C, 8, or D, 10? Okay, letter B daw. Sabi ni Ma'am Jackie Lou, ni ni Sir Sadie, ni Ma'am Cutie. Nako, si Ma'am Cutie, I miss you na po. Okay? Tama nga kaya ang letter B na 5. Tignan po natin. So ito po yung ginawa ko. So take note po, 'di ba sabi niya, ito po yung given, no? So ito po ay 24. Pero in this case, I extended this CE to EO and it will actually contain the center of your circle. So sure po yan. Bakit? It's actually a theorem po na kapag nag-draw ka ng isang, if you continue a segment which is perpendicular to your chord, then surely it will pass through the center of your circle. That's why I'm sure po that C, E, and O are collinear. At of course, no, this is a radius, tama po ba? CO is also a radius. And also, a radius, or dahil perpendicular siya, it's also a theorem that a certain chord is bisected. So dahil 24 po ito, divided by 2, that's why AE is 12 and BE is also 12. And also, 2 points determine a line. So if I can connect AO and OB, they are both 13. Bakit? Kasi, that's why, no, they are both equal po. Kasi nga, radii of the same circle are equal. Okay, no illustration daw. Sige lang po. At least, no, I know. Thank you po. Now, ito po yung nangyari. 'Di ba? Yung hinahanap po nating distance ay EX. I mean, EO. And the length of EO is represented by X in this case. Okay? Now, since meron po tayong right triangle, so ito po, this is a right triangle here. Let's say BEO is a right triangle. And by the Pythagorean theorem, di ba? Because you can apply the Pythagorean theorem to right triangles. So 12 squared, it turns out that OB is the hypotenuse of triangle BEO. So that's 12 squared plus x squared equals 13 squared. Huh? So simplifying, 12 squared is 144 and 13 squared is 169. That's why you have 144 plus x squared equals 169. Yes po, tama po yan, Sir Norbian. All radii are congruent po. Tama po yan. All radii of the same circle are congruent. Okay? That's why, basta isang circle lang po, lahat ng radii niyan dapat equal in terms of length. It's actually a basic principle po, no? And it's also based sa definition ng circle. So subtracting both sides by 144, you have x squared equals 25. And extracting only the positive value of square root of 25, x is 5. Ibig sabihin po nito, yung whole thing po dito, no? Ito is 5. Dito po, yung EO, which is the distance of the chord from the center. So kung sagot nyo po ay letter B, 5, nako, tama po kayo. For the hula naman daw ang person sa quizzes. Nako, sige po. Noted po. Thank you po for the feedback. So it's letter B. 15. If circle A is congruent to circle B and CE is congruent to FH, so ito po, so CE here is a chord, FH here is also a chord of circle B, no, of the other circle, and DA is equal to 2x plus 5, ito po, and GB equals x plus 10, what is x? So, ano pong gagawin natin sa DA at saka sa GB? Dahil congruent yung two circles na to, and these two chords are also congruent and they are both perpendicular, it follows also that line segment DA is equal to line segment GB. Tama nga kaya ang 5 na letter B? Check po natin. By substitution, 2x plus 5 equals x plus 10. So this x here will become minus x sa left side. This plus 5 will become minus 5 sa right side. So 2x minus x is x. 10 minus 5 is 5. And therefore, I agree that letter B is the correct answer. 5. Okay po. All right. 16. Angle ABC is an inscribed angle. If arc AC equals 60 degrees, what is the measure of angle ABC? Is it A, 30 degrees, B, 60 degrees, C, 90 degrees, or D, 120 degrees? Okay, letter A daw, ang sagot ng madlang people. And if you answered letter A, I would like to congratulate you because the figure looks like this, no? So ito po yun, when we say inscribed angle po, it is an angle formed by two chords. And these two chords meet at a point, and that point is a point also on the circle, of course, and this serves as the vertex angle, no? Or the vertex of your angle. Ito naman po yung kanyang intercepted arc based sa ating given. And tandaan po natin ha, it's actually a theorem that the measure of an inscribed angle is 1/2 the measure of its intercepted arc. So, therefore, the measure of this angle po should be 1/2 of 60 degrees, which is 30 degrees. So, letter A ang tamang sagot. Congratulations! I'm very happy and proud of all of you po. Padayon lang. 17. In the figure, AC and EC are secants. If arc AE here is 130 degrees and arc BD here is 20 degrees, find the measure of angle ACE, this one, in degrees. Is it 35, 45, 55, or 65? Okay? I hope na meron pong figure, no? By the way, I hope you could still recall the definition of a secant. A secant po, no, is a line that intersects the circle at two different points. Letter C daw, 55. Tama nga kaya? O meron na daw itong picture. Thank you po, Ma'am Shakilu, for the feedback. And take note po ha, meron po tayong theorem. No? So if two secants intersect at the exterior of your circle like this po, they intersect here, then the measure of this angle formed is equal to this arc minus or the farther na arc minus yung smaller arc or yung mas malapit na arc and divide the difference by 2. Tandaan niyo po ha, yan po ay isang theorem. So yes, I do agree po, Sir Joel Umali. Thank you po for reaffirming. That's why the farther or the larger minus the smaller or the nearer na arc and the difference will be divided by 2. That's why you have 130 degrees minus 20 degrees, which is 110 degrees. Dividing it by 2 gives 55 degrees. Hence, ACE here, angle ACE is 55 degrees. Congratulations. I hope na nakuha po natin. Number 18. Chords DB and CA, as shown, intersect at point S, where AS is equal to 8 cm, SC equals 3 cm, and DS equals 6 cm. How long is line segment SB in cm? Is it 3, 4, 5, or 6? Let's wait for your responses. So far, to everyone who commented, majority of you answered letter B, which is 4, and a few answered letter C. Okay, so B nga kaya or C? Let's see. Okay. Siguro, sa sumagot ng letter C, siguro, inad nyo, like 8 plus 3, 11. So, anong i-add mo sa 6 para maging 11? So, 11 minus 6, 5. Baka yun po yung ginawa ninyo. That's why yung sagot nyo po ay 5, no? But actually, it is what, there's a theorem that states, no? It's what we call the intersecting chords theorem. That is, if you have the intersecting chords theorem states that if you have two chords that intersect at a point at the interior of a circle, dapat sa loob po, then the products of the segments of then the products of the lengths of the line segments on each chord are equal. Ibig sabihin po, kung i-multiply ko po si AS with the length of CS, the product is equal to the length of DS times the length of SB. That's why, by using this property, that 6, I don't know the length of this, let's call this SB, 6 times SB equals 8 times 3. And that 6 SB equals 24. And dividing both sides by 6 gives us the length of SB, which is 4. So letter B. Okay, thank you po, Ma'am Thea. That is actually correct po. No? That's why letter B po ang tamang sagot, 4. Okay, I hope na nakuha po natin. Kung may questions po ha, huwag po kayong mahiya. Okay? Next. So thank you po, Sir Joel. Thank you din po, Ma'am Thea, no, for your recommendations and for the solution you have presented. So they are very much well appreciated po. 19. I hope na may figure po sa inyong quizzes. Ito po yung figure. In the figure, FO has a length of 6. OC has a length of 8. FL is equal to 3. And LT has a length of W. Find W. Is it 20, 21, 24, or 25? Okay? Meron pang figure. Thank you po, Ma'am Jackie Lou, for confirming. Letter D daw. 25 ang sabi ni Ma'am Jackie Lou. Dogs. Okay, sabi ni Ma'am Q-Tin, in agreement din siya kay Ma'am Jackie Lou na letter D daw, 25. Sabi rin ni Ma'am Thea, dog. Dog din, sabi ni Sir Joel. And I believe no that the list goes on. Okay, maybe yung iba nahihiya pa. But don't worry, no? We are living here in a supportive community. Sabi ni Ma'am Jessa, di rin daw. Let's see if you're correct. So actually, no, we have here what we call the intersecting secants theorem, no? So, but in this case, we will consider only the secant segments. That is, if you have two secant segments po that intersect at the exterior of a circle, then ang length ng external segment ng isang secant multiplied by the total length ng secant na yan ay equal sa external segment ng isa pang secant multiplied by the total length of that other secant, of that secant also. That's why dito po, length of FO times FO plus OC, ito po yung total length ng first secant, is equal to the external length of the second secant na FL times the total length of this secant, which is FL plus LT. So by substitution po, ito ay 6 multiplied by 6 plus 8 equals 3 multiplied by 3 plus W. So the left side, the 6 plus 8 is 14. So 6 times 14 is 84 equals. By distribution, 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times W is 3W. Subtract both sides by 9. You will have 75 equals 3W. And dividing both sides by 3 tells us that W is 25. Hence, letter D po ang ating tamang sagot. And if you got this answer, congratulations. All right. Good job. Number 20. Okay. Take a look at this po. And go. Okay, so XZ here is a secant and XY is a tangent to a circle. If WZ is equal to 20 and XW equals 4, XY is equal to N, what is the value of N? Okay, so some of you answered letter B, 4 square root of 6. And Ma'am QT as well was able to present the solution to this. All right? Let's see kung tama nga ba si Ma'am QT. LPTQT. Okay. So actually po, tandaan po natin ha, this is actually a theorem involving a secant and a tangent segment that intersect at the exterior of a circle. That is, if you have a secant segment and you have here a tangent segment, then the square of the length of the tangent segment is equal to the product of the length of the external segment of the secant multiplied by its total length. That's why you have this equation po. And from here, so the length here is N, right? So N squared equals, the external segment is 4 multiplied by the total length of this segment, which is 4 plus 20. This one, no? 4 times 24, which is the total length here. That's why I agree that N squared here is equal to 96. And taking only the positive square root, because anyway, wala naman pong negative na measure ng length dito. So therefore, and simplifying this gives us 4 square root of 6 using our calculator. So thank you po, Ma'am QT, and to everyone who commented. Letter B po ang tamang sagot. Okay. I hope na nakuha po natin ha. 21. Express in general form the graph of the circle as shown. Tingnan niyo po yung circle na yan. Okay? Is it letter A, B, C, or D? Letter C daw. Ang sabi ni Sir Sadie, sabi rin po ni Ma'am Cutie. Sabi ni Ma'am Jackie Lu, ganun din po. Ang tanong, tama nga kaya ito? po. Tingnan po natin. So now, kung inyo po makikita, no, yung center ng circle po natin appears to be here, no? At the point, -1, -2. And yung radius po natin is 2 units. Okay? Notice po, no, ito yung center, -1, -2. And the radius is 2 units. So with such, I hope, no, na ito po yung nakuha po ninyo so far ito. Then, we know, no, that the formula or the form of a circle, the center radius form or the standard form of a circle is x minus h quantity squared plus y minus k quantity squared equals r squared, where h, k are the coordinates of your center and r is your radius. All right? Now, so kung inyo mapapansin dito, so your h here is -1, your k here is -2, and your r is 2. And by substitution, you will have x minus -1 or simply x plus 1 squared plus y minus -2 or y plus 2 squared, quantity squared, equals 2 squared. So with such, if we square the binomial po, no, di ba? If we square the binomial, first, you square the first term. So x squared twice the product of the first and second term, 2 times x times 1, it's plus 2x, and plus the square of the last term, which is 1. If you square y plus 2, that is y squared plus 4y plus 4 equals 2 squared, which is 4. And combining, rearranging, no? In this case pala, ay the positive 4 na nandyan po sa ating right side ay naging -4 po pagpunta sa left side. All right? And rearranging the terms and combining like terms, so we have x squared plus y squared plus 2x plus 4y. But you could see that 1 plus 4 minus 4 simplifies to plus 1 equals 0. So yes, I agree that letter C is the correct answer. I hope na nakuha po natin. 22. Consider the quadrilateral formed by the points A with coordinates 0, 0, B, 0, 2, C, 2, C, 2, 2, and D, 2, 0. What is the equation of the diagonal AC? Is it A, y equals -x, B, y equals x, C, y equals x plus 1, or D, y equals -x plus 1? Okay, so far, to those who commented, their answer is letter B, y equals x. And take note, no, di ba? Diagonal AC. So A has coordinates 0, 0, C has coordinates 2, 2, and we don't need B and D actually. We just need points A and C. And that's why to get the slope of this, diba, the formula for slope is y sub 2 minus y sub 1. That's the change in y. All over x sub 2 minus x sub 1, which is your change in x. So here, this is x sub 1 and y sub 1 respectively. Here, this is x sub 2 and y sub 2 respectively. And by substitution, the slope of segment of line AC is 2 minus 0 all over 2 minus 0, which simplifies to 1. And di ba, meron po tayong tinatawag na point slope form ng line. That is, you can use this form of a line if you are given the slope m and a point, no, x sub 1, y sub 1. In our case, you are free to choose either 0, 0 or 2, 2. They will still give you the same answer. In my case, the slope is 1 and I chose the point 0, 0 po. So x sub 1 is 0 and y sub 1 is 0. And by substitution, y minus 0 equals 1 times the quantity x minus 0. And that simplifies to y equals x. So if your answer is B, be happy because you got it right. Congratulations. Nice. 23. A line passes through the points -2, 5 and K1. and has an x-intercept of 3, find k. Is it 2, 1, 3, or 4? Letter A daw, ang sabi. Okay. Tama nga kayang A. Marami so far, no? There are 3 people who commented letter A. They're quite convinced that A is the correct answer. Let's see kung tama po kayo. Now, take note po. One key element that we have to know is, di ba sabi niya x-intercept is 3. So kapag sinabi niya pong x-intercept, it's understood that 3 is the x element or the x coordinate. Ano yung y niya? Kung x-intercept, ano po yung value ng y? Very good. Thank you po, Ma'am Jackie Lou. It's understood po na ang y nito ay 0. That's why the points negative 2, 5, 3, 0, ito yung x-intercept mo, 3, 0. It corresponds to the point 3, 0 because if the x-intercept is 3, then y is understood to be 0. And the point K1 are collinear. So, and take note po ha, that any 2 points that lie on the same line, tandaan po natin yan, any 2 points that you pick that lie on the same line have equal slopes. So, in my case, ang slope po ng first 2, ito po ng 0 minus 5, all over 3 minus negative 2. Ang slope nito ay equal din sa slope ng second at third point. That's why I have 1 minus 0 all over k minus 3. Ito po. Kung gusto nyo po yung first at saka third, pwede din po. No problem. Because any 2 points will give you the same slope. So the left side simplifies to negative 5 over 5 equals 1 over k minus 3. Negative 5 over 5 is negative 1. No? So ito po siya. Then, I multiplied both sides po by k minus 3. So sabi nila, cross-multiply daw. K times negative 1 is negative k. Negative 3 times negative 1 is positive 3 equals 1. And it follows that k here is equal to 2. So letter A is the correct answer. Congratulations, Ma'am Cutie, Ma'am Thea, and Ma'am Jackie Lou. Sana all. And we have item number 24. Find the distance between 2 parallel lines having equations 3x minus 4y minus 10 equals 0 and 3x minus 4y minus 20 equals 0. Is it 10, 5, 4, or 2? Okay. Sir say D. Ma'am Jackie Lou said D. Same with Ma'am Thea as well. All right. So, 2 daw. Take note. In the Cartesian plane po ha, two lines have distances if they are parallel. If the 2 lines are not parallel, then wala po silang distance between them. So with that, meron po tayong formula actually, no? So the distance between 2 parallel lines that have the form ax plus by plus c sub 1 equals 0 and ax plus by plus c sub 2 equals 0, take note, notice nyo po, parehas po sila ng form. It's just that, this is the general form, no? It's just that they differ only in the constant. Then distance is equal to the absolute value of c sub 2 minus c sub 1. So, isubtract mo lang po yung, kunin mo po yung absolute value ng differences ng constants. Okay lang po kung mauna si c sub 1 kay c sub 2. Okay lang po. Kasi anyway, absolute value naman po yung kinukuha mo. So, okay lang po na magkapalit sila. All over the square root of a squared plus b squared. And by substituting, no? Your C here, your A is 3, your B is negative 4, parehas po sila. Then, ang C sub 1 po natin ay negative 10, and ang C sub 2 po natin ay negative 20. And therefore, D is equal to the absolute value of the quantity, negative 20 minus negative 10, all over the square root of 3 squared plus negative 4 squared. With such, makikita po natin that the numerator simplifies to negative 10, absolute value of negative 10, and your denominator is square root of 9 plus 16, which is 25. So the numerator is 10. The denominator simplifies to the square root of 25 is equal to 5, and 10 over 5 is 2. Indeed, we could say that the two lines, 3x minus 4y minus 10 equals 0, and 3x minus 4y minus 20 equals 0 are 2 units apart from one another. Okay? I hope na nakuha po natin, and we were able to discuss now the 24 items, but we are not yet done because I have prepared here some 2 other extra items po. Okay, take a look at this one. If x and y are real numbers, what is the minimum value of x squared plus y squared minus 4x plus 8y plus 4? Think about it. Okay, so we have negative 23. Let's check kung tama po siya. So in my case po, given this, no, what we can do is first we can group together terms na contain the same variable. So in my case, I group x squared minus 4x, and I also group y squared plus 8y plus 4. Okay. Then the next thing that we will do po is actually completing the square. Tingnan nyo po si x squared minus 4x. What constant should be added to complete the square? To make it a perfect square trinomial. 4 daw, sabi ni Ma'am Cutie, and I agree. I agree. Because, diba, to make this a perfect square trinomial, diba, dapat muna, in this case, no, 1 naman yung numerical coefficient, yung leading coefficient. Divide mo po ito by 2. So, negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2 squared, that's 4. So, plus 4 po dito. How about sa second group po? Y squared plus 8y. What constant should be added there para maging perfect square trinomial siya? Okay, 16 nga ba? And I agree because 8 divided by 2 is 4. 4 squared is 16. So by completing the square, I added 4 here and I added 16 here. But, however, kung makikita po ninyo, nag-plus 4 ako dito. We are only working with one side, no? That's why nag-minus 4 din po ako dito to maintain equality. I plus 16, I also minus 16 here. And this could be expressed as x minus 2 quantity squared. The second group could be expressed as y plus 4 quantity squared minus 4 minus 4 minus 16, it's negative 16. So dito po, remember that if you square a certain number, if you square a certain real number, its minimum value will be 0. Because if, di ba, kung 0 siya, its square will be 0. If it's a negative or positive number, then its square will be positive. So dito po, you make this 0 by letting x equals 2. And you make this 0, the y plus 4 here, by letting y equals negative 4. And to make the long story short po, kung ano po yung number na nasa labas, yan na po yung kanilang minimum value. Hence, the correct answer po is negative 16. Okay. Thank you po. I hope that we understand po. Next, one more. If x squared minus 4x plus 1 equals 0, what is the value of x raised to 6 plus 1 over x raised to 6? Sige, I'll give you a few moments po. Think about it. I will mute po muna, no? I will pause the video po muna and feel free to give us or comment down your answers po. So far, we have 2,702 coming from 3 different people. Tama nga kaya? We'll see. So, ang technique po dito is, maybe some of you look for the actual value ng yung x. Pero di ba wala na siyang value? Char lang. Okay? So in my case, I did not really find the exact value of x po, but instead, I used algebra. So in my case, I have x squared minus 4x plus 1 equals 0. If I take note po ha, di ba, yung sum ng roots natin is negative b over a. So ang sum ng roots natin ay negative 4 over negative 4. Negative of negative 4 over 1. So yung sum ng roots na mo is 4. Dito po yung product mo is c over a, di ba? So 1 over 1, 1 ang product ng roots. In other words po, dahil product ng roots mo ay 1 at hindi siya equal to 0, it's possible na your roots are reciprocals of one another, perhaps, or basta ang alam natin is walang roots na equal to 0. Kasi hindi ka magkakaroon ng roots, ng product of the roots na 1 kung may isang root na 0. So sure po tayo that x here is not equal to 0. Okay? So dividing both sides by x, so I divided each term by x. X squared divided by x is x. Negative 4x divided by x is negative 4. 1 divided by x is 1 over x equals 0. Then, I added both sides po by 4. So this minus 4 became plus 4 po sa right side. So I have x plus 1 over x equals 4. I hope na nakuha po natin so far, no? And after which, what happened next was, I squared both sides of this equation. So I squared this. So diba, square the first term, so that's x squared, plus twice the product of the first and second term. So 2 times x times 1 over x plus the square of the last term, di ba, na 1 over x. Yung square dito ay 1 over x squared equals 16. Now, tingnan niyo po yung middle term. 2 times x times 1 over x. Ano po ang simplified value ng 2 times x times 1 over x? That would be, ano pong value nito ng 2 times x times 1 over x? 2, tama. That's why it became 2 there. And subtracting both sides by 2, no? So yung right side mo, by the way, is 4 squared, which is 16. So, subtracting both sides by 2, magiging x squared plus 1 over x squared equals 14 po siya. Now, ano po yung next na mangyayari dito? We will now square again both sides. Okay? We will now square both sides of x squared plus 1 over x squared equals 14. Kasi nga, di ba, kung ano yung ginawa mo sa left side at saka ginawa mo yung sa right side, so somehow you are maintaining equality. Di po ba? So now, so ito po, square natin ulit ang both sides. So di ba kung magsisquare ka, square the first term, that's x to the fourth, plus twice the product of x squared and 1 over x squared you have here, plus yung last term na 1 over x squared, square it, it's 1 over x to the fourth. Equals 14 squared, which is 196. And if you could see, x squared times 1 over x squared simplifies to 1, di po ba? So 2 times 1 will be 2. So the middle term on the left side simplifies to 2. So you have x to the fourth plus 2 plus 1 over x to the fourth equals 196. Subtracting both sides by 2, yung nangyari po ay meron tayong x to the fourth plus 1 over x to the fourth equals 194. But we're not yet done. Yung hinahanap po natin kasi is x raised to 6 plus 1 over x raised to 6. So yung ginawa ko po ganito. Di ba? Ito po ay difference of 2 squares. Pwede rin siyang difference of 2 cubes. Di ba? Bakit siya difference of 2 cubes? Kasi divisible by 3 yung exponents ng x to the 6. And if you factor a difference of 2 cubes, so first, you get the cube root of the first term, which is x squared, plus niyan dito. Cube root of 1 over x to the 6 it's 1 over x squared yung cube root niya. Kasi kung kinukuha mo lang naman yung cube root ng variable, dinidivide mo yung exponent niya by 3 times, di ba? Again, I'm factoring this using the sum of factoring as sum of two cubes times, focus ko sa binomial, square the first term, that's x to the fourth. Then kung plus dito, minus yan dito dapat. Minus the product of the first and second term. So x squared times 1 over x squared, that's negative, that's 1. Kung plus dito, minus. Kung minus yan dito, plus ka yan dito. Yan po yung rule, no? Plus the square of the last term here, which is 1 over x to the fourth. So please review po, no, kung paano mag-factor ng sum of two cubes so that hindi po tayo malito. And by substitution po, no, di ba, yung x squared plus 1 over x squared is already found out to be 14. Also rearranging the terms, x to the fourth plus 1 over x to the fourth and grouping them will be 194. Pero meron ka pang minus 1 eh. That's why simplifying this gives you 14 times 193, which is 2,702. So to everyone who answered 2,702, congratulations, tama po kayo. And that ends our session for tonight. Thank you very much and have a great day to one and all.